Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to animate this logo finally. This logo has some animation, but we have to get rid of it. These animations I just did explaining the basic animation functions in the transform properties. But we're going to get rid of that animation and we're going to plan out. The first thing we need to do is plan your animation. What I'm going to do is go to Photoshop. I did 2 copies. And we're going to plan out some of the animations. You have to plan this out and kind of get a feel to what you want to do with this logo, specifically with the animation part. So here we go. I'm going to get a brush and I'm going to have a red fill to this. We're going to do 2 versions, this version and then this version. And then we see which one I like better, and then we'll just go ahead and tackle it in After Effects. So in this one, maybe what we could do, since these are kind of arrows, we could bring them from the outside in to here, bring this one into here, and then bring this one into here. And the middle ones, we'll go from left to right, bring this one into here, and then this one into here. So everything's basically coming in from the outside. Outside in. So the company and the tagline, we could animate those coming, since everything's coming from the outside, coming up from the bottom, like that. And so we're not going to, I feel that if we bring him from way outside the frame, it'll be too long. So we're gonna start about right there, about right there, about right there. This one about right there. The company and the tagline, maybe about right there. So on this side, let's try something a little bit different. Let's go from the inside out. Inside out. So these 2 will go like this, and then this one will, from the inside, from the middle to here, this one from the middle to here, this one from the middle to here, and then this one from the middle to here. And since we're coming in from the middle, even though that dot is not in the middle, but we're coming in from the middle, maybe the company should come in from also the middle point, just down, straight down. The tagline should come from the middle also. So from the inside out and from the outside in. I don't know, I think I like this version a little bit better, to be honest. It just feels that maybe the company is expanding out or something, rather than coming in. So let's try it and animate this one, number 2. This is number 2. This is number 1. And with our plan in hand, we could go over to After Effects and start animating. Here in After Effects, we do have some animation already, and we did this in a previous video. All we have to do is get rid of the keyframes. I'm going to press U to open up all of the animated properties. In this case, this one, we only animated the position. Before I delete these, if I delete it anywhere the timeline is, the playhead is on the timeline, that's where that object is going to land. So what I need to do is I'm going to need to go to the end of the animation and then highlight the keyframe and then delete. Boom. And then this is where it's supposed to be. If I had done it differently, for example, if I had my playhead right there and I delete the keyframes, delete, well, this one stays right there. We don't want that. We want that in the end position back here. So I'm going to delete those. I'm going to go to this one, hit U. That opens up the animated properties, the rotation. Select them, delete. Grab this one, hit U. Grab the keyframes. Make sure that you're at the end position and delete. And then the last one, I'm going to hit U. There they are. and delete. So now there is no animation, and now we're ready to animate what we had planned out here. We have to look at this in time, in chronological order. What do you want to animate first? I think what I want to animate, I'm going to change to green. I want to animate these two first, and then go out second, and then third. So one, and then the outside shape second, and then the type. Kind of like everything's coming out from the middle. So again, one, the inside shapes, two, the outside shapes, and then three, the type. So let's go ahead and get started. This one, I'm going to Command R, Command R, and then grab a guide and then put it right at the center so that I know how I'm going to, or where it's coming from. I'm going to add another guide. And then this one, I want to animate it at the very beginning. Remember, this is the end position. This is where I want it to land. Whatever the start position, it's going to land here, and it's perfect. I don't need to guess where it's going to land. It's already at the end position. So I'm going to go maybe 20 frames. Remember, this is 1 second and this is 20 frames. So I'm going to go 20 frames. I want to open up the transform properties, and I want to go ahead and click on the little stopwatch to keyframe the end position right at frame 20. And I'm going to go back in time. And in 10 frames, maybe frame number 10, I want to move it this way. And I'm going to hold down the shift and then drag this one about right there. So now it's animated. It's going to come from here, boop, right there. And it feels like it's right. So I want to do something else though. I want it to appear. I don't want it to be there when the animation starts. I want it to appear over time. So I want to animate a second property. So I want to animate the opacity. Since it is 100% opaque right there, I want to start animating the opacity property. I'm going to click on the little stopwatch and keyframe it right there. Go back to where it starts and lower that to 0. So now it will appear as it's coming in. We're going to do the exact same thing with this one. This is this one. I'm going to open up its properties, transform properties, and I'm at frame 20. I am going to animate the opacity and the position. Go back 10 frames, move it with a shift key, move it over. So now both of them, there we go. As I hit the space bar, and that looks cool. Now after this, I am going to start animating the outside shapes. And I can actually, on both of these, I'm going to hit U. And then this one, I'm going to hit U. And I can actually bring over the start point to when it starts animating. Because it actually, we don't see anything here. It just starts animating here. We're giving ourselves about a 10 frame buffer to start the animation. And now we're ready to animate these shapes. I think I want to do about 10 frames, maybe a little bit more. We'll go to here, 1 second and 5 frames. And we're going to start with this one. Remember, this one's going to come in from the center. So this is the end frame. I want to open all of its properties and start animating the position and the rotation here. Go back And then let's animate. Let's go, hold the shift, move it back to about right there and make it transparent. So here we go. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to take this. I'm going to close this one. I'm going to close this one. And we're going to take this, hit U, so we can only see what's animated. And then we're going to apply it to the others as well, using the same start, the same end. I'm going to go to the end frame. And oh, by the way, you can go to that end frame by clicking this little white arrow to go to the next keyframe. And it goes to that keyframe. This one I'm going to open up and start the opacity and the position, and then hit U. So just to close everything else, keep it nice and organized, and go back to the beginning. This is the start. Hold down the shift, go to the center, and then animate the opacity. So as those go like that, so will the yellow ones. So now the yellow ones, close, start. Remember, we're going to keep the same end, and then we're going to start animating the opacity and the position. I'm going to scroll up a little here and then hit U, and now go to the start frame. And this one, hold down the shift right there, animate the opacity to 0, and now you see that all of these go into. I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to toggle this open like this. I'm going to start animating the opacity and the position again. And I'm going to go to the start frame, bring it to here, and then 0 opacity. And this is what it looks like. Okay, awesome. All right, cool. Now it's looking like something. I'm going to close these layers down. And let's animate the company name and the tagline. I'm going to keep the same end and start. And we're going to do the same. We're going to bring him in from the center. So this is obviously the end position. I'm going to start animating the opacity and the position. And then go to its beginning, and let's put it from the center, and then let's make it transparent. Oops. Right there. And so if we hit, there we go. The last one will be the tagline. Tagline. Open up its properties. And we're going, since it's already in the end position, we're going to start animating the position, the opacity. Go to the start position here on the timeline, and then hold down the shift, and then right there. So right now, if I hit, oops, I forgot the opacity. Right there, 0. So if I hit U, and then I hit U, and you can notice that all of these are animated at the same time. All the outside squares and the company and the tagline are animated at the same time. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to cut all of these from this one all the way to the tagline, shift and then click to select all of them. I'm just going to move the start point to this on all of this. It's option left bracket to move all the start points to where we start animating. And we can always rearrange here in the timeline. We can always rearrange. I'm going to hit U to close, U, just to close all the animation properties. Like I said, I can make this one go first, the blue, and then the other one. And then I could make these also staggered. Give it a little bit of a pause, and then stagger these ones. And so we're just animating the beginning point. There we go. The only thing I'm going to adjust, guys, is you notice here it's more noticeable with the company name and the tagline. It just plops in there, like plop plop. They have no ease in and ease out. That's one of the principles of animation, is ease in and ease out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select. You'll see the difference. I'm going to select this one and select this one. Hit U to open up its animated properties. Select all the keyframes and then right click and then go to Keyframe Assistant and then put Easy Ease. You'll see that the keyframe, the little icon for the keyframe, changes because it now has Easy Ease. It slows down as it gets to its destination. We're going to do the same here. Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease, and in fact we'll do them on all of them, but it just makes for a little bit smoother animation. And in fact, I think that maybe these are a little bit slow. We can drag them out to, they're a little bit fast though. I'm going to drag them out to slow them down. I'm also going to drag out the end and it should be a little slower. There we go. I like it a lot better. And I don't know, maybe I think the tagline should go first because it's at the bottom, and then the company name. There we go. That's awesome. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna easy ease. I'm gonna ease all of these. Hit U, grab them all, and right click on it, Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease on all of them, and I can make any of these. Oops, I forgot these. And then select them all, click, shift click, U to close. We'll leave those open. There we go. If you want, what we could do is maybe tie the blue ones in together. This blue one and that blue one. Maybe make them go at the same time. See what that looks like. I think I like that better. Just to pair them up. Yep, I like that a lot better. I'm just going to bring these in a little closer. There we go. And that's it. Now I said I was going to show you what the graph editor looked like. And I'm going to show you on maybe this company one. If you select any property that's animated, and here's the graph editor, you click on that graph editor, you can see how it's this one, I think this is the Y position. It starts a little slow, then gains up speed, and then ends a little slow. This is the easy ease, or the ease in and ease out. It also is called accelerate in or accelerate and decelerate. And so you can actually come in here and start messing with them, but I'm going to cover that in another video in the future. Just let me know, guys, if you want me to cover the graph editor. For the meantime, all you need to know that if it looks like this, it has ease in or easy ease. You can also hold down the command, click on it to take that off. Control or right click on it, go to keyframe assistant. You can ease in and you can see that difference, and you can also ease out or easy ease, both. That's it, guys. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want me to cover the graph editor in a later video. And thank you for watching.